Hey everyone, welcome back to Codes of Fan channel. So in this video we are going to build the Tinder clone app part 2 video. And this video will be much more focusing on the UI part. And in fact, let me show you what are the things we are going to build on in this video. So initially, basically this Figma was designed by someone else. So I'll give the credits in the description. This particular user who have built this UI. And in fact, I'll share you this Figma link also in the below description. You can check out from there. And those who haven't watched my part 1 video, I'll provide the link in description. Please go and watch it. You will get a better understanding, and we did some project structure and how we built initially from scratch and all. So in this video we are going to build the screen, and later on we are going to take right now we are going in this video we are going to much more focusing on the UI part only. Okay, so this screen we are going to build and welcome screen, as well as we are going to take the user's first name and their hobbies also. Okay, this whole UI we are going to build in this video. Okay, so and those who haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe, follow for more videos on React Native. And yeah, that's it. Without wasting time, let's start the video. So right now if you see, let me reload this. So this is how much we have implemented till now. Initially we are showing splash screen for a few seconds. After that we are directly navigating user to home screen. So let me go to SRC. I haven't done anything yet. Those who watch first video, so you will get an idea how much we have done till. Okay, let me go to root navigation, and these are the screens which we have created initially, and we are calling splash screen. Let me go to screens here, and let me go to splash. Initially right now we are calling home screen, but I want to navigate the user to welcome screen, so let me call welcome here. So let me check the spelling. Oh, okay, welcome is that's the spelling which I have gave here. And let me reload this and let's check, are we navigating to welcome screen or not after splash screen. See, initially I'm navigating. After this, okay, I'm in welcome screen. Perfect. So first and foremost thing, if we see the UI here, let me track this. There is a text at center position. After this there is a below text, and these are the subtext which we have. Okay, so let's create this UI first. Now what I'm going to do, let me go to welcome screen here. And one more thing, like every time after reloading, to see the changes what have we implemented in UI, so splash after some time welcome, I'll directly call welcome screen here initially, just to see. Even if it reloads also, it will directly jump to welcome screen only instead of splash. Okay, if you see the UI here, there's a one text at middle, particularly exactly at middle, and after this there is a below one more text. So let's implement this first. Before that, let's try styling to this. I'll say container flex of 1. And one more thing, if you see, the whole content is exactly at center position. Okay, or else right now for this purpose I'll say padding 20, and let's call this container at here to this view. In fact, let me close this thing so that you can able to see. So I'll say style equals to styles dot container. See, right now you can able to see this also. And one more thing, in fact I want some padding from top also, so I'll remove this padding, so it will applicable for all 4 sides, from top, left, right, bottom. Okay, that's easy way to do that. Okay, now what next? I just created a one view, and I just created a whole side some padding I gave. Perfect. Now I need to create this welcome. I need to add this welcome to Tinder text. Let's add that. Can I take a view for these two? If you see, let me zoom in. I'm going to create. In fact, let me. Is there any way to draw this? Okay, I guess I'm going to do this. After this, I'm going to remove this also. Okay, just ignore the shape of this box. Just to show you this thing, like I'm going to create a view, and inside view I'm going to create these two childs. Okay, one was my child and text, title, and other subtitle. Okay, you got it right. Perfect. Let me remove this. So let me zoom out. So let's do that. So what I did, in fact, I'm giving some space so that you can able to see the changes. Style equals to styles dot, can I say first container? I'm naming it as first container for easy way to understand. And before that, let's keep that styling aside and let's add some text. I'll say, is it in caps or small? Let's see. Welcome to, okay, it's not, it's like small only. Welcome to Tinder. You can able to see the text also here. Perfect. Now after this there is a one more subtext is there, right? Please follow these house rules. Let's add that also. In fact, let me copy this and replicate this again, and I'll say please follow the house rules. Okay, perfect. Now let's pass styling to this also. Style equals to styles dot, I'll say title and same way I'll control C and let me pass this here, and I'll say subtitle. Okay, now let's write styles here below. So what was the first name? I said first container, right? So for my first container, I'll say I want my whole child subchild should be center position. So what I gave, align item center, that means row wise center. And after that I'll say gap of, in between gap I'll say 10. Let's see the UI also. Okay, there is some bit space here. Okay, 5 was too bit high. I'll say 5 was pretty much fine. Perfect. Can I say I need some space? If you see the UI here, there is some space from top. I need some space from top also. So can we say margin top of okay, we have installed one package responsive dimension, so it will applicable like I have already shown in first video. If you haven't watched, I'll provide the link in description. Please go and watch. These are the packages which we have already installed. In fact, let me show that package. If you see, these are the packages which we are using. Responsive dimensions. It helps our UI to make it responsible. Okay, I'll say 2. See, it came 2% from the screen. Compare based on the screen size. If I say 5, it comes 5%. Okay, like this way. It depends upon screen to screen. It will change the automatically adjust the UI. Okay, perfect. I want this much space is fine. Now let's quickly pass styling to the title. Okay, let me remove this. I'll say font size was responsive font size. I'll say 3. They are providing size for this responsiveness also, like this font size also, nothing but. Color, can we say black? Perfect. Font weight, I'll say bold, because my text is like bold only. If you see, they're using some different font styles, nothing but. So if you want fonts to use it, you can go and Google fonts. I'll say this is a free font, everyone can use it. So you can use this fonts in React Native also. Okay, let me show you this. In fact, I don't know why it's taking time to load. Let me check. So there are a lot of fonts actually in this site available. There are a lot of fonts. If you can able to see, there are different styles of fonts. You can go and check out this, and in fact I'll provide this link also in description. Okay, you can customize it. If you want to use this font, you can simply go through this, and you can simply which type of font. If you want regular 400 or bold, more bold, these things and all, you can do it. Simply all you need to do is like get font, just download it, that's it. So these are the fonts, you can simply download it. And if you want how to integrate these fonts in React Native, just comment me down in video, so I'll make a separate video on that. It's an easy way only, you can simply do it. But if still don't know how to use custom fonts in React Native project means, just comment me down, so I'll create a separate video on that. Okay, so I hope you understood. So let's quickly add fonts to this also. In fact, where is my UI? So yeah, please follow this house rules. Let's add styling to this also. Subtitle, font size will be, I'll say responsive font size of 1 was pretty much enough. 2 was too much high. 1.5 I'll say. 1.7. okay, this was fine. I'll say color, obviously color will be kind of, let's say black, but we'll reduce the opacity. I'll say 0.8. so it will give you some grayish type of look, that's it. Okay, this must pretty much fine. Okay, now if you see, this part was done. I'm highlighting this. Okay, perfect. Now what was my next part was this part. So if you see, let me show you this. Assume that this was my container. Okay, one box. Okay, in this box how many childs we have? Okay, let me draw this so that you will get an idea. Okay, so assume that, ignore these below boxes. Okay, if you understood this concept, you can easily build this also. Okay, we are going to create one component and we are going to use for all these things. Okay, we are not copy pasting for all boxes. We are simply create one component with this styling, and we are modifying this data inside data, that's it. Okay, so assume that this is a one box, and inside this box I have one icon here. This was my one child, and okay, let me like this, and this was my another child. In this child there are another two childs. One was be yourself was my one child, and below is the one child. Okay, I hope you got it right. So let's create this component with this styling, and we'll change this text like a title and subtitle, that's it. Let's do that. To do that, in fact for this reason only in SRC we created components here. So I'll create a folder. I'll say welcome rules. So I'll say welcome folder only. So whatever the screen welcome screen component it has, I'm going to store it inside this. Okay, I'll say house rules .js rnfes, nothing but. Okay, so in this, if you see what are the changes which we have, icon was same, only changes like this text is changing for all boxes. Assume that for all, let me remove this shapes also. If you see, only this text is changing for all things, only title changing and subtitle changing, but the way of style like alignment is same for all boxes. See, icon at left side, title as this, and below subtitle same way. Icon left, title this, subtitle below, icon subtitle, alignment with same. Okay, perfect. So I'll say what are the two things which are changing? Title comma subtitle. These are the things which changing actually. Now let's create alignment. In fact, okay, for this component I'm going to write inline styling only, just to control 20, and let's see how many childs we have. We have 2 childs basically inside this. Let me create gap of 10 and flex direction of row. That's pretty much. If you see, this alignment is at row wise, right? One after one, not one below one, right? Okay, that's it. For this reason I gave flex direction as row. Now here let me go to UI. Here there's the icon. Let's get the icon. React Native vector icons. I'm using React Native CLI, so for this reason I'm using React Native vector icons. Let's search for this icon. Success. No. Verified. Let me see. I'm using material icons or not in my project. So to check that, go to Android app, inside app build.gradle and material icons. Yes, I'm using material icons. Right now I'm going to use this icon only, but you can find it in this icons. Okay, material, simply copy this name, go to VS Code and make sure that whatever the names in this build.gradle, these icons only you can use it. Okay, right now I have kept these many icons, but if you want to use, you can add all your icons names here. Otherwise those icons won't work if that name is not here. Okay, so let's import that line. Import material icons from React Native vector icons slash material icons. I'll say. After this, my first component is this material icons. Close this, name equals to something, size 30. Okay, let's give the name. Simply copy this name here, pass it over here. Let's see the UI also. Let me call this house rules here. So this was my first container, right? And let me close this first container, and in fact I'll keep comment also so that for you understand. First container, the same way I'll say this one will be my second container. So on second container, if you see, this is the UI which it's coming. This will be my second container. Okay, now I'm going to take a view. Inside this view I'll say house rules import. Make sure you have to import, otherwise it will give you an error. See, I can able to see the changes also. Let me format this properly, and okay, now let's start building the UI so you can able to see the changes also. 35 was a bit high, I'll say 30, and in fact let me check the color also. Pink color, actually Tinder color first. Splash, and yeah, this was the color I'm going to copy. Paste it here. 30 was also a bit high, I'll say 25. Perfect. paste the text. Let me cut it and paste the text here. So in fact, let me explain you what I'm doing exactly here. Control C and let me paste it over here one more time. So let me show you the UI also. If you see, what I exactly did was initially I created one box. Okay, this was my whole box. Inside this box I have two child. One was right icon and other one was one more child I have. Okay, so for this reason I created, this was my one whole box. Inside this box what I created, I have one icon. Okay, this was my icon. So for this reason I created this icon. Okay, perfect. What next? Now if you see, these two are in row direction actually. Okay, that's why I just passed row direction. Okay, perfect. This was also you understood. Perfect. Now if you see, this was one more box. Okay, for this reason I created this view. Inside this view, how many text we have? We have two text. One was title and other one was subtitle. I hope you understood, right? Perfect. Now I want my this icon to be exactly at center to these two child. So I'll pass to the main component align items. In fact, let me close this so you can able to see. I'll say center so that, see, it was exactly center. Okay, perfect. Right now you can able to see there is no space, I haven't passed, but we'll pass from here space. In fact, I'll pass from here gap of 30. See, right now you can able to see the space also. Perfect. Now here I'll say title, because my text will be dynamic. I'm going to use this component for all 5 times, I guess 5 times there is a thing. So for this reason subtitle. Now you can ask me like how are you going to pass this these two things to this house rules. Means I'm going to pass it as a props form. Let's see how I'm going to pass it. If you see welcome, this is my house rules I'm using here, right? So here I'll say title equals to, in fact I can directly use it as a string form. Let's see the text. What was the text here? Be yourself. Yourself. Okay, let me correct the spelling properly. Yourself. What are the text which I have passed? You can able to see the text here. Now can I pass subtitle also in same way? Yes, you can. Let me pass it here and make sure your photos, age and bio are true to who you are. Make sure your photos, age and what else is that, and bio are true to who you are. This was my bio. Now if you can ask me, I can use this component as many times instead of, wait, let me show what's the help of props. I have pasted 4 times this code. Okay, this bracket came here, that's why it's giving me error. See, I am using this 5 times. Okay, but still my code looks readable. But if we use this code this many times, I should have used to paste this many times. But right now, what are the changes? If I want to do any changes, I can directly do it here. That changes can replicate over all for all 5 these things. So this is the code. I hope you got it right. Perfect. Now let's pass stylings also. I'll say font weight will be bold. color also black, I'll say, and font size will be responsive font size. I'm going to take help of 2, I'll say 2. We'll change this text also, like sizes also of this, no issues. These are the things. Stay safe, play it cool, be proactive. Let's change the titles also. Stay safe, play cool, and what else? Be proactive. 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 So it's 4 times only, but I have pasted one more time extra. That's it. No issues. We'll remove that. Now I need to give some space for all these 4 things. So I'll say style equals to gap of 10, so that it will give some proper space for all this stuff. And I'm not going to change this subtitles for all, because you can type this. Okay, I'll provide this Figma design in the description. You can simply see it and type it also. Okay, so let me see. Be yourself. What else? Styles we need to pass. Okay, we need to pass some font sizes and all to subtitle. Font weight I'll say 500. Color I'll say black. I'll reduce some opacity so that it will give some grayish color. 8. Font weight I'll say 500. Okay, font weight I have already passed. Let's reload it and let's see how exactly it's looking. And one more thing, I'll say width, responsive width of like 80%, I'll say. Oh, 70. Okay, I'm passing this width to style, but actually I want to pass to subtitle, because if you see, my text is going to till here. I don't want to be like till there that much. See, right now I can able to see this much space I'm getting perfect. And one more thing, I need some space from this also text. Let's pass some style. Gap of 10. See, there's no proper space from here, so for this reason let me reduce it to 5. This must fine. Let's see the UI. Okay, my icon is at top only, so in fact let me do one thing. Not this. Align center. I'll remove this, so it will be at top. Perfect. And in fact let me reduce the size also to 20. Fine. And let me make it bit proper. Style equals to top, I'll say 2. Okay, this much. This is bit looking fine. And in fact let me reduce some opacity also. Let's make it to 6. And font weight also will remove this. It's looking a bit bold. I don't want to make it a bit bold. Okay, now this was looking fine. Opacity to 3. Or else I'll directly pass gray color only. Gray. Gray. let's see. Or else let me go to welcome here, and what was the style which we have passed to subtitle? Let's see. Okay, I have to pass in 0 value, but I'm not passing. Let me pass black only. .7. Okay, now this was looking fine, and in fact let me pass some line height also to the subtitle so that it will get some space. Line height will be, I'll say 20. Okay, this was fine. And what else? Can we pass some letter space into the title also? Like our text is bit attached to each alphabet. So I'll say letter spacing will be 0.5. I'm not giving much, I'm giving 0.5. Okay, perfect. So if you see here, this was done. In fact, if you want, you can add it much more also, or else if you want, you can increase some space also from these things. We can, in fact, let's increase some space. Go to welcome screen here, and initially we gave 15. Let's see. If you see, if we give 15, it will increase some space. You can adjust based on your purpose, like a way type. And so yeah, so my second child also done. So what next? There is a one more child which is component, nothing but a button. Okay, now let's create this button. Before that, this is the same style of button. Are we using anywhere? Yes, we are using same style of button for all UI, whole UI. If you see, same style, only text is changing. Now can we create a button for this with same style so that we can use everywhere? Can we use it? Yes, we can. So let's do that also. Let me go here, components, and inside of the components I'll create a one more folder. I'll say button. Custom button, I'll say .js rnfe. I'm using snippet, and let's call that button here. Let me close this home rules, house rules stuff. That was done, and let me take a one view here, and this will be my Toad container. Okay, let me copy this. Let me change the name. Toad container. Now let me call my custom button here. Title will be same way. I'm going to take help of props only. What was my title here? I agree. Let me format this, and let me close this also, and let's jump into custom button here. Now there will be two properties basically. One will be my title and on press. On press is different for all buttons. So instead of view, I'll say touchable opacity. As you guys know, if you are following me, for button I'll use touchable opacity so that we can customize based on our requirement. Touchable opacity, and let me replace this view with touchable opacity. Touchable opacity, perfect. Now let's pass some styling. So background color will be, let me copy that color. In fact, okay, I'll do one thing. I'll create a file in utils. I'll say colors.js, export const. So every time instead of copying, I'll say colors equals to an object, and I'll say primary color equals to, this will be my string, and I'm going to take let me go to splash here, and I'm going to copy this color code. Copy this color code and paste it here. Oh, okay, it should be object, right? I have to pass like this. and make sure you have to export this, otherwise you cannot use it outside of this file. Okay, now let me close this splash here and let's call that colors dot primary color. That's, you can able to see this also, right? Button, perfect. Now can we say this, instead of this custom button I'll say title. See, you can able to see the text also, what are the text I have applied. See the text which I am passing here, I agree, that you can able to see this, perfect. So now let's see the UI, how exactly the button looks like. There's some padding and my text exactly at center, and there is some curves. Let's do that. So before that, let's pass some padding of 20, border radius of all sides 15, I guess, because 20 was a bit high. Let's reduce to 15. Okay, 15 was fine. And I want my text exactly at center position, so I'll say justify content center, align items center. Right now you can able to see my text exactly at center, and let me pass the property of on press also. On press. So what are the property functionality I will pass here on press, this will be called here. If you have a doubt, let's check how exactly this on press works. On press, I'll say on this click I'm going to create a function, and I'll say console.log clicked. Okay, on this click I'm going to call this function, and let me write it properly. Let's format this. If you see what I did, I'm passing prop on press, and on the click I'm calling console.log clicked, and this function on press will trigger this on press. If you have a doubt, will it work or not, let's see. I'm clicking on this and I'm getting this clicked. That's how. Now I can use this custom button for wherever I want, and on press will be separate. I hope you got it, perfect. Okay, so let's see the UI. Text, what color text it is? It's like a center with white color, basically text. Let's give pass. Let's pass styling to this text also. Can we say color white? Perfect. And font weight, I'll say bold, because that exactly bold. And font size will be responsive font size of 2. Perfect. And I don't want this much opacity. See, what does exactly opacity mean? So why I have mostly touchable opacity means you can customize it more. Like if you see, I don't want, if I click on this much of splash I'm getting, I don't want this much of splash on that. So I'll say active opacity, I'll say 0.8. you can reduce it. See, I'm getting right now less, so this will be fine. Perfect. So yeah, if you see here, this was also done. We have successfully created this UI. So what next? Now I'm going to create this UI. I'm going to take user's first name, what was the user entered name. Okay, let's create that, this UI. Okay, now let me close this welcome screen, and after this home profile, where can we create, I'm just looking for like can we create one more separate folder for this, just for optimized way, or else you can create in welcome also. Okay, we'll do one thing. So welcome means nothing but creating only. This whole flow actually visible for a new user only, it's not for all users, existing user. So I'm going to directly create here only. So first name name.js, can I say, and rnfs snippet I'm using. And let's quickly call this first name screen in route navigation. Control C, Control V, and let's give first name screen. First name. Okay, now same way, instead of welcome I'll say first name screen here, so until we create a UI. Okay, later we'll align these things like order wise, how exactly we'll align. Okay, now let me reload this quickly. See, right now I can able to see the first name screen. Perfect. Now let's jump into this and let's create a quickly UI. If you see, there is a one icon here and one text input, and after this one text again, and there is a one quickly button. So let's first create add icon. So before that, let's pass some style. Flex of 1. Padding I'll say 20. I want some space from all sides, if you see. In fact, let me keep it here. So what was the first thing component I have to add? There is a one icon. So let's quickly add the icon here. There is a close icon, right? Let me quickly get from this close. And design, and I'm going to take help of this icon type. I'll say import Control V and design from React Native vector icon / and design. That's it. Let's see, and design, and let me close it. I'll say name equals to this, and size I'll say 20. Okay, I have to pass it in this 25. Color will be obviously black. What was my name? I'm going to take name from here, close, paste it here, close, and let's see, let's reload this. Okay, perfect. I'm able to see my icon also. Now this will be my basically icon, right? Can I let me pass on press also, because that was my icon basically. So I'll say on press equals to a function which going to trigger on that click. I'll say, before that, let me call the navigation here. Now you can ask me, we are not passing any navigation prop, right? How you are getting that navigation means, if you see in route navigation, we have added this screen, right? Stack screen first name, so that whatever the screens inside this stack, they can access that property of navigation directly. No need to import and all. Okay, I hope you got it. Perfect. Navigation dot go back. That's it. Now on the click, it will work, but right now we are directly calling this first name as a first screen, right? So you will get an error. If you see, if you click on this, see, you are getting error because that was the first screen. How can you go back? There is no screen behind that for this reason. Perfect. So after that, let me see the UI also. So there is a one text, my first name is. Let's add that also. There is a text. In fact, let me copy the text from title which we did in welcome screen. Where is this? Oh, okay, this was my first child, and this one only, right? Welcome to Tinder. So I'm going to paste it here, and I'll say, in fact, I'm going to copy the style also, no issues. So my first name is, you can able to see that also. Perfect. And let me copy that style, title, paste it here. That's, and you will get an error because we haven't implemented this, sorry, imported this font size for this reason. Okay, right now you can able to see perfect. Let me reduce some size also. In fact 2.5 I'll make it, maybe 2.8. okay, perfect. Now I need some space from top, so to do that I'll say margin top of 20. This was fine. And after this, if you see the UI, there is a one text input. Basically, let's create the text input also. In fact, let me add some gap of 20, I'll say. Okay, this was fine. There is a text input. Make sure you have to import from React Native, otherwise okay, it will throw an error. Placeholder will be enter your name, okay. Style, I'll pass styles dot input. And I'll say input, let's pass styles here. Can we say padding of 20? We'll reduce it later, no issues. Border color will be black. I don't know, my keyboard is behaving a bit weird, I have to check later. So border color is black and border radius will be 5, border width will be 1. Okay, right now you can able to see this, but we don't want this much of padding. I'll say 10. Okay, this much looking fine. If you want inside the background color, if you see there is some background color is there, lightish color, we'll get that color also. In fact, see, this was the color. I'm using Chrome extension to get this color, F0, F2, F4. Let's pass the style. Background color will be hash F0, F2, F4. Let's pass background color of white to this, so you can able to see clearly background color of white. Okay, now you can able to see this color, right? Perfect. And in fact you can change this text also or color also, placeholder color. Okay, it's up to you. And right now I haven't passed any value to this, like a state to get the value and state this and all. Right now you can type anything, that's pretty much. And let's quickly add this text, and after this we'll add that button also. Okay, after this I can say I will create a one view. Here I'll say, let me go to welcome here, and let's go to this subtitle text. Let me copy this because it's kind of looking same only, for this reason. Title this, and let me add the button. So my button will be custom button. That's it. Let's add title here. See how simple, we are simply reusing our component multiple times. How many times I want to create a button, I can simply create this many times. See, that's it. I'll say continue Can I pass some space because my text is bit attached? Gap of 3. Let me change the text also. This, what was the text here? This is how it will appear in Tinder. That's the text. This is appears Tinder. See, I have changed the text also. Perfect. Now let's pass styling to subtitle. I haven't copied the style also. Let me copy that style. Control C and let me simply paste it here. Only I'm doing just I'm created component one time and I'm reusing that component. That's it. See, this UI also done. As I said before, if you click on this, you will get an error. Perfect. Now if you see on press, I haven't passed anything to this right now. That's it for this reason. Okay, now what next? Okay, there is a one. We'll do one thing. So I'm going to create this UI, this whole UI with this one and this UI in the next video. In the meantime, all you have to do is like create this UI a bit more. We're using some custom icons, some custom styles and all. Okay, and just simply upload a screenshot and comment it as like I did. Okay, I'm again saying all you have to do is like what are the UI I built. Right now I have used some custom icons and all you have to do is like I'm going to give this Figma UI in the description. All you have to do is like build this as like this way using same icons and fonts also, font with these things. Okay, I hope you got it. Perfect. Till here we did. In the next video what I'm going to do, I'm going to create this whole UI and I'm going to create this profile also. So whatever the user entered with the functionality, like whatever the user entered, we are going to take that value, store that value, and whatever the user entered, selected these options also, we are going to, based on that, we are going to customize these things. And in next video we are going to create this bottom tab also. Okay, I hope you like this video and don't forget to comment that after doing this stuff with your own. Okay, and upload the screenshot and comment it as I did. Okay, I did, DID. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and those who haven't subscribed my channel, please do subscribe, follow for more videos on React Native. Thank you.